Hey everybody, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. My name is Gabriella. For anybody new tuning in, welcome. Alright. I'm seeing the Seven of Swords, but I'm seeing the Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So this can be getting deeper into something, but it can also be this feeling of Seven of Swords that's connected with the Seven of Cups feels like a moment where, like, maybe you know what's clear, but you could be almost not being... There's something here coming up. I'm seeing the Six of Cups be involved in this too. This is the second card that's out. This feels like if you could take a step back emotionally from something, you may find clarity, but because of you being maybe involved in this in the way that you are, it can be hard for you to see it from a more objective point of view. Like, this is feeling like nostalgia getting the best of you when you're like, no, I knew that that wasn't a good situation for me to go back into, or I knew that that was a done deal, but like now that I'm feeling lonely, I'm thinking about them again. Or now that we've had some space, I'm just only remembering the good times, you know, like that sort of thing. But having the Seven of Swords, it would say that you may not be being completely honest with yourself about something here. Seven of Swords too can be like wanting to believe the lie, you know, like, and having Six of Cups, it's like only remembering the nice things, or being like, yeah, it was really good, and then like not being real with yourself about like all of the other stuff that was going on. So let's see. It's like how the nostalgia can sort of mess up your thinking, and then you get back into it and you're like, this is why I wasn't back here. Should have listened. Because I see Seven of Swords as kind of us being in a spot where we're not listening to our intuition, or we don't want to listen to it. I'm seeing Two of Swords. There can be a decision coming up that needs to be made. Definitely dancing with your past over here. Okay, but we have the Six of Wands. So maybe you started off kind of tumbling backwards a little bit, but then find your footing. I am seeing the Death card. It looks like a massive change has been initiated here. Yeah. Okay. Let's say this too. Something could have happened in the past that, like, if this doesn't have to do with something right now, and this is something that already occurred, which for some of you it is, this looks like righting a wrong of some sort, because I'm seeing justice come out. So this can be like something that went down in the past that you may have not been honest about. Know that if you're looking at this and you're like, nothing is really coming to mind, this can be a process that somebody else is going through that's connected with you, okay? So just keep that in mind. Not that it like really matters anyway, but just to clarify for you, if you're like, I'm not understanding that sense, like, how am I connected with this? So it seems like something did happen in the past, but then to have the Six of Wands and to have the Death card, it can mean sort of that like things needed to change and things needed to progress, and this, it looks like there's some sort of correction here, like that. To start with the Seven of Swords, of somebody doing something where they may have been like sabotaging relationships within their life, or like not being honest with their partner, not being honest with themselves, whatever this was that they were doing that they felt like was shadow related, then having us end with the Justice card and also the World on the bottom of the deck. This is like a completion of, it means something that was created out of balance is now coming back into balance. like justice is being restored even, you could say. And it's for something that happened that it seems like a deliberate something that happened on somebody's end. And to have the Death card and to have justice here, it would indicate that somebody has changed, that they're not still in that mode of operation any longer. See? Like this thing happening, but then things being rectified in some way. And this has to do with the past situation. This isn't something that's going on right now, is what I'm seeing. Definitely already happened. So this is something that, like, I don't know how much of this you know. Like, I don't know if you had a situation with somebody where you're like, it's already open and out in the air that maybe another person lied to another person or was betrayed in some way. Or if this was like something that someone didn't tell you in the past that now there's going to be, for some of you, there can be like a bit of a confession even that's happening. But this is somebody deliberately being like coming through to right a wrong of some sort, or them doing that within their lives in some way. And I am seeing the Death card, so it seems like something big happened that would have like transformed this person into like being in that energy now. So something did change. Wow, okay. I get the feeling like this. Maybe you had like a really solid or ideal connection with someone, and then because of maybe somebody not being ready to be like honest, or maybe didn't want to be fully vulnerable, right? Because the Seven of Swords, when we get down to it, it's somebody that they haven't gotten to a space yet where they're being like totally truthful with themselves, and so like a byproduct of that is that like the people around them are affected. And it looks like having Six of Cups and having the Ten of Pentacles, this can be a relationship that was really ideal or was really stable in some way, or that felt really important, that was affected by this. So it can be somebody too, like going through this whole process, trying to figure out why they sabotage certain things. And again, Death card would indicate that this person has transformed and has come to understand this in a way where they weren't understanding this before. Removing this. Yeah, this person could have felt sort of like because of not being able to stand in the truth in some way, that they maybe really lost out on something important, even like it slipped through their hands because of this. I'm seeing that it created a lot of stress. But what I'm seeing too is that there's like this overcoming of circumstances as well. So like if this is you, if you were in this Seven of Swords energy, this can mean that like something happened in the past where you were like, I really got to right my wrongs here. And it looks like you went through some like really big life event or situation with the Death card that really created the opportunity for you to change. And then coming out on the other side with justice, it's like, I feel very connected with like my morals, or I feel very connected with my values. And so I can see how what I was doing before actually was clashing with that. So it's sort of giving this person now the opportunity to stand up in a way that they feel like is right. And it does feel like there's a correction of some sort with Libra here, with justice here. So then we have the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Ten of Wands here, and then we also have the Page of Swords. This is where I'm seeing a decision come into play. Somebody's going to need to do something here, is what it looks like. So I get that this is coming up. Some of you can be like, this happened in the past. Why is this relevant now? It looks like this person, like, I don't know. Some of you, this could have happened yesterday. Some of you, this could have happened 4 years ago. Like, I don't know when exactly this occurred, but I'm seeing, like, whatever situation it was that happened, it being a past situation of whatever this is, where someone felt like something that wasn't kosher happened. It looks now like somebody could have felt like they jeopardized something very important to them, potentially. Or even did, it's like maybe even doing the wrong thing for the right reasons, which, you know, is like never really the right thing to do, but that's sort of the vibe that I'm getting here. Like 7 of Swords and 10 of Pentacles can be like, I'm doing this shady thing, but I'm doing it for the 10 of Pentacles, you know what I mean? Like 10 of Pentacles is to like keep something together, to keep something stable, or to achieve that thing that one wants. But like going about it in the 7 of Swords way, it's something that like guilt in some way has caught up with this person, or they've just been through something now where they're like, I can look back at that and see like that was wrong. It's something like this where there's been like an awakening of sorts. And I'm seeing that even though this person initially may have looked at this and been like, again, like doing the wrong thing for the right reasons, I'm seeing that even though they did that, you could see that like a seed had been planted that became an issue, because I'm seeing it created stress within the dynamic. So even though someone may have done something and then gotten the results that they wanted, it's like someone could have thought that when they got to the finish line of this, that it would just like be fine, that they could go about it doing it in this non-kosher way, and that they would get this solid end result. And I'm seeing in some ways they did, but I'm seeing like in other ways, it even seems like there were unexpected like circumstances that arrived because of the method that they used, okay? So they're like, no, there was actually an error in the method, but before that may not have been something that they saw because they were just looking at like what they were trying to accomplish here. And it looks very much like it ended up creating something within a dynamic that became very stressful or overwhelming, to the point where I don't know what exactly this was that took place with the 6 of Cups and the 10 of Wands, but it can be somebody even feeling like I get like a guilty vibe from this. Like somebody feeling like something from the past is coming back up and really sitting on them, like really weighing on them, and they need to do something about it. Like something needs to be done here. The interesting thing is that like after this, the next thing that we see is the 6 of Wands. And so you see somebody like really struggling here with something, but then you see them overcoming that. And then it feels like the important part of what needed to be overcome was them sort of figuring out what had been weighing on them. And so I'm seeing them learning that, even though it feels like a bit much. And then I'm seeing there be an opportunity for like a really big change, and it feels like for one to change their behavior actually. And it seems like it's again coming back to this thing of like doing the right thing here, which it does. I get the vibe in the beginning, like even though you see the 7 of Swords, and usually when we read that, it's like somebody knew what they were doing, you know, like they did it on purpose. But I get almost this energy of someone doing something like the wrong way, which they may have known like this isn't the right thing to do. But again, it's that vibe of like I'm doing the wrong thing for the right reasons. And so they could have like justified this in their head. I'm not seeing this be like someone going around trying to ruin another person's life. I'm just seeing them going about something in a way that ended up catching up with them because of the method that they decided to use here. And I'm seeing like gaining of awareness of that. So it's like somebody learning from their mistakes, if you want to call it that, Somebody learning that, like, when I use this method, it impacts me in this way, or it impacts things in this way. So I'm seeing them sort of getting to that point of learning that and understanding that, which seems like that was the whole point of what needed to be accomplished as far as that little part of the cycle. And then we have the Death card and we have the Two of Swords. So this is like, is somebody sort of going to take on this evolving and this growth and change here, and even like rectify what needs to be rectified? And I'm seeing someone sort of like know now what needs to be done and what they need to do, but there's still like a little bit of a challenge. And it seems like, it does seem like a conversation is connected with this as well. Meaning there can be like a confession of sorts that's happening. It does definitely feel like one of those moments where somebody pretty much has like learned from their experience, but they just may need to do something now to sort of like correct that. Because it seems now like if you catch up with this person where they are, this isn't something that they would do again, but they may feel like they sort of need to revisit this past thing that they did when they were in that past energy in order to make it right. And that's sort of where I'm seeing us leave things with this person. But I'm seeing them feel like, I don't know where they're going to go after this. It's like they sort of know that they need to do something, but I don't know if they necessarily did yet. And again, it seems like it's tied to a conversation that they would be having. Now, I'm seeing the Knight of Cups. It looks like there's going to be like a confession, communication, or reaching out, a message of some sort. Okay? All right, my friends, let's leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.